Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great midweek. Today's video is quite short. It's just a little observation on how quickly we will jump on a conspiracy or a tale or a story because somebody on an app or online said it was true. Today I'm talking about a young girl that has unfortunately developed Bell's palsy. Now, Bell's palsy, if you didn't know, is a condition of muscle or nerve paralysis causing generally a droop on one side of the face, and it lasts around about a couple of weeks. It doesn't last very long, it's temporary. The truth is, the medical community and science don't know really why it happens, but there's good evidence to suggest that it is viral related. It is often linked to the herpes simplex virus, so cold sores, chickenpox, shingles. It's also linked to immune suppressants and immunity issues. Vitamin C deficiency has been related to Bell's palsy, as have other conditions such as diabetes, multiple sclerosis, high blood pressure and Lyme disease. So there are lots of variables in terms of why Bell's palsy can happen. But ultimately it is due to the inflammation of the facial nerve or nerves. And I have to say, I can understand therefore why people have got a little bit concerned about this device. Now, the device in question that they're talking about is an electrotherapy device. It actually causes muscle contractions by way of electrotherapy, creating electroporation, which will allow products to be absorbed deeper into the skin. It's quite a rudimental, very basic technology. It's been around forever. And when I say forever, I'm talking this kind of technology has been around since the early 2000s, the 90s actually. I know when I was doing my training back in the 90s, it was definitely available then. Now, it's not new, it stimulates muscles. I want you to think about those slimming belts. Remember those slimming belts that used to cause your abs to tighten and like this? Well, it's having a similar effect. This one does look a little bit more aggressive, I have to say, but to me, this isn't the culprit of Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy has never been signified or signalled as being an issue with devices of this nature. In fact, I have never, in my 35 years as an esthetician, as a beauty lecturer, and as a retailer of devices, because many years ago I used to have my own supply company, I've never, ever, ever had an issue or come across anybody having a problem with facial at-home devices. They're very, very safe. They're stringently tested. If they're FDA approved, then you are safe. They are good. But of course, there's always going to be this grey area with some people that perhaps have an outcome that they think is related to the use of a home device. Now, the truth is, a device that's causing rapid and intense contraction and relaxation of a muscle is going to feel pretty intense on the face. And therefore, this young lady that was using this device that then suddenly developed Bell's palsy probably would point the finger at this home device. But this is what I've seen. These young girls are using these devices at such high intensity without following basic protocol and in areas that actually probably aren't that safe. Now, when it comes to using a home care device, you've got to remember to follow the guidance of the manufacturer. You also have to remember that if you are not feeling very well, if you are suffering from any autoimmune, or perhaps you have any underlying issues like cardiac issues, muscle issues, nerve issues, perhaps you're having a breakout or you've just had a cold sore or a cold sore is developing, don't use a device. What I think is really important is that we don't cancel a company or cancel an individual because of your one opinion. This is what I find frequently on the internet in general, is that people jump on bandwagons and before you know it, a whole person's livelihood is destroyed based on incorrect, unfactual information. Not factual, scientific, proven information, just simply opinion. Now, my opinion is that the Medicube device is safe. It's safe for use, But I would also advise you to be cautious with your use. Don't amp it up to the highest power. If you feel it's a bit intense around your eyes, gently reduce the power, move it away. The technology is sound, it's proven. These devices help stimulate blood vessels, stimulate your nerves, and help collagen production. They work. They've been around for years. I'm happy to use them. I'm happy to recommend the one that I recommend, and I'm happy for my clients to use them too. My absolute advice is do your due diligence, but don't be persuaded by one individual's experience. Make sure you don't jump on a conspiracy bandwagon and try not to be fearful. At the end of the day, Bell's palsy doesn't last forever. It is a very temporary situation. It's similar to when you have Botox and perhaps you have a little bit too much and it causes a brow drop. Eventually the muscles win out, the nerves come back, and you will be fine. It isn't a permanent situation. Whilst it's temporary, of course it is unfortunate, but it isn't life-threatening. And that's it. I thought I would just add my little commentary to what is unfolding. I think it's quite sad that the company has had to make a formal statement because it is impacting them terribly. There are thousands upon thousands of people that now are questioning their purchase, and I think it's actually quite unfair. One person's experience does not make the whole. Do your research. Have a look. I am not in any way sponsored by this company. I just wanted to mention it because it is important. At the end of the day, it's within my aesthetics community. That's all I've got for you for today. I will see you on Saturday for something spectacular. Until then, bye for now.